What up, everyone? It's your boy Floz and G back reading even more Reddit stories. And obviously, most people, I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people know what today is. Today is St. Patrick's Day, the day where you can drink to your heart's content and have absolutely no consequences. Almost. And there's probably plenty of assholes on this day, so let's see what we gotta read. Okay, this first one says, "Am I the asshole? Roommate says I'm not Irish enough to celebrate St. Patrick's Day." Okay. I know a lot of people who are in no way Irish that celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but it looks like the general consensus here is that it says everyone sucks, so this has gotta be interesting. I, 20 female, and my roommate, 20 female, are best friends. We met last year in our freshman year of college when we were randomly assigned to be suitemates. Suitemates? Damn, that's gotta be some fancy shit. Assigned to be suitemates in our dorm. We immediately connected and have been inseparable since then. We have had no issues up until this point. Okay, so what's the main problem? The problem arose 2 weeks ago when I mentioned how we should do something for St. Patrick's Day. She gave me a weird look and asked why I would be so excited about it. For context, my roommate is Irish. She has dual citizenship in the US and Ireland. We currently live in the US and are attending university. She visits her family there every summer, was raised Catholic, has red hair, pale skin, blue eyes, and freckles, and her Irish heritage is a big part of her identity. Why do I really want to meet this person? The moment they said red hair. If you've seen the gaming channel, you know my weakness about redheads. When she asked why I was excited, I was a little confused and asked, why wouldn't I be? She looked a little annoyed, rolled her eyes and said, Americans always make St. Patrick's Day about themselves. Can't we just have one holiday without them stealing it? Y'all turn every cultural holiday into a drinking game. At first I thought she was joking, so I laughed, but stopped because it only made her angry. I mean, is she wrong though? For more context, my roommate is not from Ireland. She was born in the US, and so were her parents. Her grandparents immigrated here in the 50s, so I understand why it's a big deal to her, but she has never lived there, only visited. Also, I should point out that I am also Irish. Yeah, I have brown hair, brown eyes, and tanner skin, but that doesn't change the fact that my ancestors are also from Ireland. Okay, now I'm starting to side with you a little bit more, because this is some kind of quote-unquote hypocritical bullshit. Because, I mean, your friend sounds like she looks more Irish. But you're also Irish. She is not from Ireland, and yet is so... This is like a hill that she's willing to die on. I'm starting to side with you a little bit on this. I don't see where it's the everybody sucks part yet. After she got mad, I didn't bring it up until a couple of days ago when she asked if she could invite a couple of friends over on St. Patrick's Day. I said, of course you can. What are we going to do? And was excited thinking I would be included because usually when one of us invites people over, we all hang out together. She gave me an annoyed look and explained that she wanted me to leave and that I was not invited to the party. I was hurt and asked her why. She said she wanted to invite some of the girls she met while visiting Ireland on a study abroad trip last summer because they understood the culture more than I did because I hadn't even been there. I'm really hurt by this whole situation because we've always been so close and I don't know what to do. Am I in the wrong here? Why the fuck did it say everybody sucks? Fuck your roommate! Even though your roommate sounds fine as fuck and I would love to meet her, she sounds like a bitch also! A lot of the commenters are also trying to point out, like saying she is not Irish. And I mean, I can kind of understand that. While I'm guessing that she did not grow up in Ireland, her heritage is Irish, from what I'm gathering anyway. But I think they're focusing on the wrong thing. Celebrate whatever the fuck you want to celebrate. Celebrate Cinco de Mayo if you want to. But that's like 2 months away. I'm going to say my verdict is not the asshole. It's a very, very, very thin line. But I'm going to say you're not the asshole on this one. That's just my opinion on this shit. Alright, here we have another. This one says, am I the asshole? I told my mother-in-law I was going to do an activity with my son for St. Patrick's Day. And then she got him to stay at her house and did it with him too. I told her off, and now I'm the bad guy. Oh, just from the sound of this, I want to say your mother-in-law's the motherfucking asshole. Fuck that! And the verdict says she's not the asshole either. So let's see what this juicy story has got. So my son goes to my mill to spend the night once a week with his cousins. Normally, it's a Friday night, so I was excited to celebrate St. Patrick's Day on Sunday morning with him by making a leprechaun trap and having mischief before having green eggs and pancakes. My mother-in-law called my husband to ask if he can stay Saturday instead so he wouldn't be at home in the morning. I initially said no, since I already had been working on the trap with him and was excited to see his reaction in the morning to the leprechaun escaping in mischief. I lost my place for a moment. My husband mentioned they don't ask for much and we still do everything after we picked them up, so I agreed. My mother-in-law sent me a pic of the bunny craft they were going to do, and I sent a pic of the leprechaun trap we finished. While my husband and I were out, she sent us pics of the leprechaun trap she did with him. I felt like she took over a moment I was excited for. She got to stay home with her 3 sons, and I couldn't figure out what that was for a moment. I'm just now stay-at-home mom, I'm assuming, after having worked full-time and part-time the majority of his life. So is this really the first year I get to be more focused on him? So this is the first year I really get to be focused on him. She helped watch him when we took him out of daycare and we paid her. So I know part of me is jealous she had so much time uninterrupted with her kids, her other 4 grandkids, and then my son. Oh, yeah. Your mother-in-law overstepped the boundary. And after reading that little part over again, I'm gathering that she used to be working full-time, eventually part-time, and now she is a stay-at-home mom. And wants to have more of these life moments with her son, which I can understand. And her mother-in-law did have much more time spent with the kids during the day, but at the same time, she's the kid's mom. Mother-in-law got no bullshit to do about that. But let's see where this is heading. I want to talk to mother-in-law about it since I understand the other kids probably want to make leprechaun traps, and obviously my son is going to want to do whatever the other kids are doing. I was upset she didn't ask or give a heads up before doing that with him when I clearly communicated our plans and changed them to accommodate her. When I spoke to her, I asked how she would feel if someone else did something she was excited to do with her kids when they were little. She said she wouldn't be upset, but she could tell I was. She said she had no idea we were doing that, so I called her out on the fact I initially said no and sent a pic of the trap. She immediately cried and went to her room. I didn't even talk to her about the communication issues since she texts me a question and then says something else to my husband, and I think that's partly why we had this issue. Oh boy. Yeah, the whole miscommunication thing. Mother-in-law just wants to look like the hero in the kids' eyes. Oh, and it looks like there's 2 questions at the end. Am I the asshole for being upset she didn't ask before making the leprechaun traps with my son, after knowing I had made one with him and was excited to see his reaction for the mischief? And am I the asshole for confronting her about claiming to not know our plans and for wanting to talk about how she's communicating with my husband and I? FYI, we didn't get to that part because she cried and left after being confronted about not knowing. Oy, I do not like mother-in-law, but I'm going to go and see what some of these comments say. I'm not going to screenshot them, but let's see what some of them say. Yep, not the asshole, not the asshole. Oh, this one right here sums it up perfectly. You know what? I actually am going to screenshot this one. Any adult that cries and runs away is a master manipulator. No more Friday nights for your son for a while. Next week, get COVID so he can't go. The week after that, get RSV. I think I'm dumb and I just don't know what RSV stands for. Go behind her back and invite all the cousins to your house. Make Friday family time. Damn fucking straight. Fuck the mother-in-law. Not literally. I want to do one more, but there's nothing that's relatively recent. There aren't many St. Patrick's Day Am I the Asshole stories, which is ironic because of how many drunks there are. This is a short and sweet one from 4 years ago, probably 5 years ago at this point. Am I the asshole for refusing to celebrate St. Patrick's Day? This one says not the asshole, so I'm a little inclined to believe it. No, wait a minute. Correction. I'm a little inclined to not believe you're the asshole. Yeah, that's right. Little background. My parents met when my dad returned to his parents' hometown in Ireland to meet his Irish relatives. My mom came to America 6 months before my twin and I were born. I have been to Ireland many times to meet my relatives, but I am fully American. My mom has passed and my step-family have Irish heritage, but are 7 or 8 generations American. Everyone, including my twin, celebrates St. Patrick's Day the American way. Wear green, drink stupidly, etc. I mean, is there really any other way to celebrate St. Patrick's Day? I mean, come on. I've always refused. Mostly because my nan hated the way Americans celebrate this day. The past 9 years, my husband, who is Scots-Irish, I'm assuming means Scottish-Irish, has celebrated with my family without me or children. And our children. Wow, I cannot read. Our oldest daughters, twins, are of an age they can choose. They chose my way, and my family is calling me the asshole for stealing the joy from life. Wait, what? You can celebrate however the fuck you choose. Why is your family getting all pissy about it? I personally feel we all have the right to choose. That's what I'm saying. My daughters have never worn green to school on March 17th, never be to or in a parade. They don't color shamrocks or set traps for leprechauns by choice. If it was important to my husband that my kids do these things, we wouldn't be married, but apparently it is important to my sister and stepfamily because it's our heritage. I feel we have Irish relations, but we are American. I have drama coming from all sides in this. Side note, my sisters and stepsisters' kids go to the same school as my girls, and kids, I've been told other kids will tease my girls for not participating in March 17th shenanigans, but that my girls stand up for themselves. At least you stick to your guns and you don't conform to none of that bullshit. There is an edit. Edit. I have a third, parentheses, actually I have 6 total, but 3 are babies. Who is crazy go nuts for all things St. Patrick's Day? Don't love her any less. Okay, so she has another child who is crazy about St. Patrick's Day and goes nuts and goes all out. And then she had triplets after that from what I'm gathering? Or they were all born in such close proximity that they are all still babies. But because she already had twins, triplets is not a bad call. But yeah, I'm going to say you're not the asshole. Celebrate the day however the fuck you want. Who gives a shit what other people think? Celebrate it by drinking to your heart's content. By performing a little Irish jig. Or, in my case, meet the redhead from the first story, have her in a little green dress, and consider that my leprechaun. Okay. This is probably the kind of shit I should talk to my therapist about. But yeah, after coming back down to earth, we're going to go ahead and end it right there. I've been Floz MG. This has been St. Patrick's Day. Am I the Asshole Stories? I thought there'd be many more assholes, but I guess not. But I can't wait to see you all in the next video.